I am a dental surgeon by profession. I've been in this profession for 30 years now, and I've been working in Rivers State with the Rivers State government. I schooled in the University of Benin. I'm an alumnus of University of Benin, where I studied dental surgery. I also have a master's in public health from the University of Port Harcourt. Really, I must confess that I did not, but I have been in leadership positions in different other forums, and I started by working in my own primary association, which is the Medical Women's Association, where I was also the president, Rivers State branch, and I've been very active, and I was the vice chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association, Rivers State branch, before I became the chairman. So let me use the word, I grew through the ladder. I climbed the ladder from one stage to the other before I became the chairman now.
That's beautiful, ma.
Well, like any other association, the Nigerian Medical Association, as you well know, is an association made up of doctors and dentists, practicing doctors and dentists, not in Nigeria as a whole. And Nigerian Medical Association is also affiliated to the World Medical Association. So we are part of the body of the worldwide body of doctors. Now, the Nigerian Medical Association Rivers State branch is not different from Nigerian Medical Association in other states. So when you talk about challenges, you may be talking about the challenges of the doctor in Nigeria, not only in Rivers State, because I won't pick out Rivers State as if we are only having challenges, just that we are residents here and it is where we work. So yes, if you say what are the challenges of the Nigerian doctor in Rivers State, I would say one of the major challenges we have is not only the challenge of the doctor, but also the challenge of the public. That is no proper finance of the healthcare. Healthcare industry is not properly financed, and because of lack of finance, we discover that we can't treat our patients because we don't have enough money to buy requisite equipment. Our doctors are well trained, and when our doctors go out, we say that they are like the best. They are like the best abroad because we are well trained. But when they go out, they excel. Why do they excel? Because the environment is conducive for them to practice. They also have the necessary equipment. So one of the challenges of the Nigerian doctor is that at least within our environment, we don't have the requisite equipment to practice our profession as we ought and as we would want to. Because I can tell you that the average Nigerian doctor is interested in practicing to the zenith of our profession, but we are handicapped. And most of this equipment and this is not what an individual doctor will go and purchase and say, I have it, so I want to use it. They are mightily expensive. They are to be found in big centers. So most times it's either government or maybe, big companies that can have the money, that can fund such equipments. But when the equipments are there, the doctors are trained, you will see that they will be able to function maximally. Another thing that is the challenge of the doctor in Rivers State, I will say, is training and retraining. So our governments also need to put everything in place. They need to put things in place that will enable other areas, not just the cities, to be conducive for anybody to live and work in. Now, if in a village there is light, there is water, I'm sure all of us sitting there will not mind going to stay in the village and come to work in the city. But it's because the environment is not conducive. So there is a lot that needs to be done. Because you see, health does not only depend on doctor and sick heal. There's what we call social and environmental determinants of health. Bad road determines your health. Not having clean water determines the type of your health. You see, now, if you are coming on the road and the road is very bad, you're already falling sick, because psychologically good health is not a matter of just physical illness. Mental illness is part of good health. So by the time you stay in traffic for 3 hours, how will your mental illness be? So you see, those are also part of the things that determine the health of our people. So the doctor and his challenge and his or her challenges these days are also determined by what is happening in our environment socially. It affects the doctor. One good thing is that we have a very good working relationship with the Rivers State government, and the government, this government at this time is doing its best to alleviate the sufferings of our people. In the health sector, the government has tried, because as we speak, I know that about 12 general hospitals have been upgraded. They are being equipped. There is the now Rivers State University Teaching Hospital is being renovated, and in fact, by the time the radiology department will be open, it's world class. I've gone there, I've seen the equipment, fantastic equipment that the government has put there, where our diagnosis will be done very, we will have better diagnosis being done. And the government also has renovated many primary healthcare centers as well. And I know in Rivers State, every primary healthcare center has a doctor. That is one thing Rivers State government has done. Unlike, even in the primary healthcare law, you don't have to have a doctor in the primary healthcare center. But Rivers State government has put a doctor in every primary healthcare center. On the part of the NME, I can tell you the NME Rivers State has also taken the challenge, our corporate social responsibility to the people. For this executive year that we have been on, we have taken we've been giving out free medical care, even from the pulse of the Rivers doctors to the citizens of Rivers State. Okay. We have had at least 4 medical outreaches, but we had one solely for the people living with disability. The 3rd of December every year is the United Nations World Day for People Living with Disability. And the Nigerian Medical Association Rivers State discovered that most times when we go out to have medical outreaches, the people living with disabilities cannot approach. Before they get to the front of the line, the things are finished. People will even push them back, because everybody is a free thing. So everybody is struggling. Nobody is going to look at you. So on that day, the Nigerian Medical Association Rivers State branch decided to have a medical fair, a medical outreach, not only medical consultation, eye, dental treatments were done right here in the NMA house. We gave them free drugs, we catered to them, and we treated about 400 persons here living with disability. In the Nigerian Medical Association, we have our checks and balances right from the council. We have the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, yes, that oversees the function of doctors in the country. Yes. At our own individual level, that is at the state level, we have what we call the Disciplinary and Ethics Committee. Mm-hmm. So that if a doctor, has an issue, either with somebody or somebody has an issue with the doctor, they can report to the Nigerian Medical Association and we handle it. And remember, the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria has its disciplinary committee and investigative body. And that committee is at the level of High Court. So a doctor can be indicted, disciplined, or punished. So we have that in the Nigerian Medical Association. So there are checks and balances for doctors. Doctors can't do, let me use the word, be negligent or just, do whatever they like. Okay. We are under checks and balances. In the country right now, there is a law that have recognized some other group of people who call themselves doctors. And unfortunately for us in the country, the Nigerian populace is not so well educated as to differentiate. And again, remember, within the medical profession, we also have different specialists for different areas. Now, I am a dentist. I have my area. I will not go and do the work of an OBGY, that's an O&G doctor. Neither will I do the work of, say, an orthopedic surgeon or a neurosurgeon. So that is where we are. But for other people who are not doctors, who are masquerading as doctors, It's difficult because it's the Ministry of Health. The Nigerian Medical Association is trying its best. I know that, of getting these people. But you see, we won't be able to prosecute them. We will hand them over to the police. And when we get them, we have our own in-house way of, if, like now, somebody reports to me that there's somebody masquerading as a doctor, so place, and we investigate. If we have our own in-house way of investigating, we get that person. When we get that person, we hand over to the police, because the person does not have the requisite qualifications to practice as a medical doctor. For how far he has led us, and we know that we have just 1 more year to go, and we have a lot of things on our table, and we are believing that God will help us to be able to fulfill it. Actually, for me personally, one of the greatest things that will give me joy is to see the Rivers State insurance, health insurance protection come on board. It's something that I'm passionate about, because we have seen how difficult it is for people when they are ill to get care because of lack of funds. And healthcare is not cheap. Somebody has to pay for it. It's not cheap, and it can't be free. And that is where insurance comes in. The NMA Rivers State has been working closely with the government, and I can assure you that Governor Nyesom Wike has the heart of the doctors. One thing he did, I must tell you, is that he built a doctor's quarters in Rivers State University Teaching Hospital solely for doctors. And we can't thank him enough for it, because he saw the need for doctors who are working in the hospital to be near the people. It's not enough, but it's a start. He has started something. So for the Governor Nyesom Wike-led administration and the doctors in the state, he is trying his best. I want to actually commend Governor Nyesom, His Excellency Governor Nyesom Wike. He is trying his best in the health sector, both for human and infrastructural development. Because recently, he commissioned the Rivers State University Medical School, where we can get more personnel. So he's trying his very best. All we can do is to support him, and wherever we see a gap, we'll try to point it out. And I know that he will listen. I think the Nigerian Medical Association is not so male-dominated as we think. Yes, in leadership, many times they are men. So, but I want to say doctors are actually open-minded, because they voted for me, and they just, because even in medical school, it doesn't matter your gender. It's what you can do. So if you can achieve, if you can, let me use the local balance, deliver on your promises, I think the doctors will work very well with you. So for me personally, I've actually not had any problem with my male colleagues. I've actually not had any problem.